Hello, my name is Daphne here at Wild Birds Unlimited in Lake Forest Park to talk to you today about the nesting season. Because of our very cold February, a lot of our birds got a late start with starting their nest and raising their young. So some of our species in the backyard are still on the nest with babies that have just hatched. And during that time, the parents work very hard to find enough food to feed their babies. From dawn to dusk, they have to fly around out in our yards and collect enough bugs to feed their babies. So, one of the things that we can do to help the adult birds is to provide mealworms. There's a live bug already for mom and dad to just fly over, get, and feed the little babies that are going peep, peep, peep all day long in the nest. So we have several different feeders to hold mealworms that I wanted to show you. One of them, this actually attaches right onto the window. So when you're in the house, you can see the parents come up and grab the mealworms and come and go right up against the glass. Another type is the ones that go onto our pole system. And so you can put it already on your existing pole system, put mealworms in here, and the parents fly up and come and go with that. We also have some that can be hung from a tree branch or a pole system or under the eaves, and you put the mealworms in here, and because it's a slippery surface, the mealworms cannot climb out. So the adults fly up, and then there they have a fresh live bug that they can fly off to the nest and feed their babies. So this is another good reason not to use pesticides, because the parents have to fly all around your yard and neighborhood trying to find enough bugs to feed their young. So this is a way that we can help them. And here are, we sell live mealworms. We keep them in the fridge, and they're wiggly and alive and healthy, and our birds can use these to feed their babies. So this is a fun thing to do in the spring. Now, if your birds in your yard have already left the nest and they've come out into the yard with their young, and you'll know it's very fun because the little youngsters, fledglings we call them, are begging to be fed all the time. They look as big as the adults, but they are a little bit fluffier, and they're constantly begging. They'll have their mouth open and they're fluffing their little wings, and the parents are endlessly trying to feed these kids as they're growing. And so some of the things that you can do at that point is to accommodate the little babies, because they're not good yet at landing and flying. They're kind of clumsy. So a couple things you can try is, if you have one of our seed tubes, you can simply add a tray. And that allows the babies to sit in the tray while mom and dad get food and come down and feed them. So that's one real easy option. Another thing you can do is, if you have our pole system, if you have one of these systems in your yard, then all you have to do is add one of these branches. This goes right onto the pole, and then the babies can sit there. It's really cute. They'll line up there, and mom and dad go and get food and come back and feed the babies. So this is a really fun addition just to add to your pole and help the birds during the nesting season. Another thing that you can do is that helps the birds, because a number of our species have multiple broods. Juncos, for example, easily have 2 batches of babies or 3. House finches will have 2 or 3. Chickadees almost always have 2 batches of babies. So if you don't already have a nesting ball, this is a great addition to the yard, because they use this to add an insulative layer to the top of their nest. So the birds fly up and pull out. This is 100% natural, unbleached, uncombed cotton. So they fly up and take this little bit, fly off to their nest. So this is a really fun, inexpensive thing to add to your yard to help the birds during nesting season. So lots of ideas, lots of fun things to do to help our birds during this really challenging time for the adults working so hard to raise their young successfully. So come on into the store and see what you can find to help your birds. Thank you.